going to have some calypso music this episode. Welcome back to the rebuild of this funky looking catamaran. Been working on her for about 6 or 7 months now, done quite a lot of stuff, but it's still looking like a bit of a project. Last week there was lots of rot, trapped moisture in the cabin tops. Yeah, really not very good. Anyway, we continue with that, building up those places and making them strong. Thank you very much for watching. Got my little template, just going to cut it out now with my Japanese saw. But yeah, I'm using, it's not marine ply, but it's got WSP glue, which stands for water spoil proof. So if you're using plywood on your boat, make sure you've got WSP glue. It's called Okame, which has been approved by WARM, and it's probably the most common plywood you can get, Okame. It's still a little bit chipped on the edge, but that's pretty sharp now. I've put a little bevel on it. It's raining outside. So for chipping off epoxy, I'm using my old chisels. They're really blunt and chipped. They do work really well for chipping off epoxy. I did purchase myself as a little treat some swanky new ones. Oh yeah, really good ones, those Baco ones. But I'm not touching epoxy with these are just for wood. However, those fancy schmancy ones have been sharpened with a bezel on them. Bezel or bevel? Bevel. I think it's bevel. Do I just sharpen the bevel when I sharpen the chisel? Let me know, because I don't know. These cheaper Stanley ones don't have a bevel on them, so I am going to just sharpen it up because I just need to knock out some epoxy in the top corner so I can fit this panel in. Sorted the port side chain plate position. Well, actually I haven't sorted it. I haven't even glued it all in. I'm putting the ply back in, but it's wet. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to shoot over to the next hull, cut that out, get all the panels, get everything ready for filling and gluing. I'll glue everything in together. Welcome to the shed hull. My parents are coming in 2 weeks, so once I've done all this chain plate stuff, there's a big leak coming from up here. You can kind of see a bit of scrap wood. Well, it's not really scrap wood, it's wet. Quite a lot of water coming in here. That's where I dry my underpants, my shorts. And when it's not raining, I cut all my fiberglass on this little bench. But I've moved the big battery bank to here. I've got my wood store, got all my tools. It all needs organising properly, but yeah. Just before my parents come, I will try and seal this up. It's a solar panel hatch and it's very rotten, so that needs fixing. And also the main hatch also leaks. So there's a pretty big leak coming from here. This is full. The sad thing about these really good hatches, they don't compress close. So the handles don't fit. So perhaps I can move the whole thing forward because there's more of a lip on this side. As you can see, also some of the roof core has been taken out here, here, and on this side. So yeah, a lot of interior remodeling. The deck here, it was leaking through there as well, so all that plywood probably needs to be cut out to the skin again. And then, yeah, foam insulation, new panel. So, chain plate stuff. Really amazing that this core is all dry. I was starting to get really worried, so I actually drilled a few holes underneath the windows, because if you remember, the window apertures were really rotten, but the core underneath it, and I've tried it in 4 or 5 places, is dry, so can't be that bad. Anyway, yeah, just continue, make a panel for this. A lot of people as well suggested I should use the scraper on the fine saw or multi-tool. I find it to be quite aggressive. It's kind of cut into the stringer quite a bit there. Maybe it's me, but it's a big clunky machine. I really actually enjoy using hammer and chisel. Alright, crack on. Also, just caught a fish, little perch. Should have filmed it. I'll get another one. Yeah, little perch. Yeah, living the dream. It was always my dream as a kid to live in a house where I can fish in the back garden. I mean, this is basically fishing in my back garden, isn't it? Alright, cracking on. Oh, look at that plywood. For the backing, I'm actually going to use this, well, in Dutch it's called akoya. I don't know if that means acacia, but it seems really solid. Just need to plane that down a bit. And then backing for the bottom bit of the chain plate. Alright, so I'm gluing the chain plate placed together. Nice little tip that someone gave me is to put more than one pair of rubber gloves on, so that when you go to change when you start picking up your drills and changing bits, you want to have clean hands. So I'll just do two. Okay. So I'm going to stick the backing boards in with this filleting blend. Need more. There you go. Just added a little bit of filler around the sides, just in the gaps, but yeah, pretty happy. I was getting a bit frustrated with the filming. Such a tight area, and there's epoxy everywhere, and there's a lot of steps to getting it done, and this is just one side, so yeah, I'll get the others done. Tomorrow I'm actually going to go and visit another Pahi 42 and hopefully get a little bit of inspiration. Look at the size of that. Ooh.
Could be a hammock.
Could be a hammock.
And these are cool. Like, oh no, broken. Very stiff.
So we've come all the way to the north of Holland, Friesland. Really beautiful place, a lot of nautical history. We've just passed through a place where they've got all these big, massive clippers, and it's crazy what the Dutch have done over the years. Yeah, now we've just come to this very industrial kind of fishing port. Dan had the idea of finding some net, because Dan also has a Warren Tiki 38, and I think we're both needing some netting.
For proper lounging.
But yeah, it's going to be nice because Dan's busy with his restaurant at the moment, but soon you'll be fixing up your Tiki 38. Nice to have friends with similar boats, and yeah, today we're going to check out a Warren Pahi 42, get some inspiration. Dan's going to pick up a car. I'm interested to see it. And yes, lovely break from boat work. And here we are.
Some other boat related stuff.
Yeah. Check out this little fuel pump.
They said they have the netting here upstairs.
Oh, okay.
We could check it out. Very thin. It's nice that if you lay on it, that it's quite soft. This might be
a little bit grating, maybe.
And it's nice if you're bare feeted that your toes don't get stuck in it. This might be good.
Do you reckon?
Because this has got like really big. This is more comfortable, I think.
Here we have a Warren Narai, a more classic design. This one's for sale, I think for around 30,000. She's in good condition. Very simple, open decks, mast, couple of winches, rigging, and then it's that's your boat. Solid. Yeah, feels different in a way. So 2 outboards mounted on. Basically my dad's built this sort of bit, but from the plans. And it just hinges down from here. Did you find this boat via Google Maps?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You can easily spot worms.
Yeah.
They're quite distinct.
Like from the satellite imagery. And then we've tried, well, both of us have tried to contact the owner, and
I think it's been here for 4 years. Nobody's ever...
No one's touched it. Shame. Anyway, apparently it's not for sale. If it was, it would probably be a good price and very, very much fix-upable compared to mine. This is the main cap shroud chain plate, much thinner and shorter than mine. That's a lot of lashing also. Obviously you've seen me working a lot on the beams. These beams seem to be designed differently. They're a lot smaller, which gives me hope I think my beams are massively over-engineered. They've got smaller end caps anyway. We're going to see if we can go on board.
Weird. But it's probably I don't know if it's salvageable. Look, that's open, so.
Oh.
And I feel like your boat's like. Yeah, it's like the bottom. It's really built well, you know. It's solid, and here all the decks are cracked. Just. Yeah, if you look at the plywood, like it's like all rotten. It's not painted at all.
Oh yeah, it's really soft. Oh.
That's not good, right?
Oh. No, it's crispy.
It's crispy, yeah? Flaky and crispy. I like the deck hatches though, these really big ones.
Yeah, this little pod here. Mast beam. That's actually a proper mast step.
Yeah, that's about what you should build, probably.
This is a much thinner mast than mine, so it's good for me. I like things overbuilt. So, inner shrouds going to the decks. Also, inner shroud going to the beam with stainless plate on it, bent around it. Intermediate shroud going to the top of the deck. Another intermediate shroud going into the beam.
Also these drop-in things are like completely rotted out.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting design though, that you have these wells.
Yeah, that would make mounting engines much easier. Nice. Oh, it's full of water. Full of water. Nice little cockpit thing.
Yeah.
So the winch is just put on with these plates. I'm not sure if they're lag screws or if it's bolted through. I think they're lag screws.
And it's funny that it's exactly the same color as yours.
Yes.
How come? That can't be a coincidence, I guess.
Hopefully it's not a sign of what's to come. No.
The wind generator in exactly the same position.
Yeah. Exactly.
542.
Now checking out another Narai with some slightly different top sides, but also really well built, and this plot of land, oh, super cool. Probably pronouncing your name wrong. Is it Oka? Thanks for letting us come and have a look. Yeah, really cool place.
Ja, mijn plan is eigenlijk ooit gaan ze bij mij bouwen. En dan doe ik het zo. Ja? Oh jee.
Ja, beetje best wel yachty, hè?
Heel yachty. Great. Great.
That was such a nice trip. Really nice to see more of the Netherlands. Like, it's such a beautiful country. Also seeing that Bermudan rigged Pahi 42. I think that's right, Bermudan rig, single mast. Was reassuring. I'm looking at how I'm going to do my intermediate shrouds. I think I'm going to put them onto the beams. I don't really want to use the cabin roofs for that, so back to getting my chain plates place sorted. Alright, let's go. feels so solid, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried about it. Obviously there's a few repairs that I've done on the boat which I'm going to be really diligent about when I'm testing the boat out sailing. So yeah, I'm not just going to head out, try and cross an ocean without fully testing the boat. Well, fully testing in high winds and this and that. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting. Anyway, I've ordered the beam for the mast step. That should be coming in a week. My parents are coming tomorrow. We're going to work out how we're going to put the engines in place. That's going to be so good, and we'll see how far we can get with that. Not sure whether to keep those old 2-strokes. I probably won't. I am actually in the market for 2 long shaft 4-stroke Yamahas 9.9s. That would be a big investment into the boat, but once I get the engine boxes set up, fit those in, get the controls, yeah, lots to be done. Thank you so much to you guys for your continued support, for my monthly patrons, for the people who have supported me through Coffee and PayPal over the last week, helping me to continue to live the dream. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching, sticking around, and see you next week.